Hello everyone. This is Abhishek. It's been a few days I've been thinking about something. It is very interesting which is happening with me. Or in other words, I can say that it is very strange thing to happening with me. Or it can happen with everyone. If you sit for a few minutes quietly in a solitude place, you will find yourself, having a conversation with you. And that conversation will change you, or it will let you know what are you doing in real life, or what are you. And thing which is happening last time when I was just sitting in my room, and I was sat quietly for a few minutes, and there was a conversation happening inside of the mind, and keep telling keep telling me that what are you, am I nothing, or am I something, or am I really a real personality, or am I really living a genuine life? In simple word, we can say that are you really what are you? And these questions are not a normal question. You see that it happens with everyone, but we all the time we ignore it, and that ignorance, putting uh, all the human being in the guilt, or by the end of the day we realize that uh, we haven't do so much, but uh, you know we could have done it. By the end of the day this will happen with everyone. And thing I'm sharing with you because uh, evening every day I go to the evening walk and think about a lot of myself, or sometime I sit quiet in a room and think about a lot things, even think about myself. Currently preparing for a UGC NET exam, even though for the last 5 months, and this is going to be a fifth month, and from the January month of January I'm preparing. So what is happening? Am I really able to crack that exam? Because I know what is happening with the generation, and currently who belong to in my age, the students, they all are stuck in the religion conflict, caste conflict, and there are also other elements in the society which is you know disturbing the human being. They all are stuck with in that social, religious, political things. But this is not a good thing. Why it is not a good thing? Because you see that we are uh, not properly, we don't have any purpose. People who have a purpose, they are completely dedicated to their purpose or their aim. They know that what to do or not. But the people who are stuck in that religion or political situation or any social situation, they are totally stuck with that situation. If they are student and they are struggling with that things, you know they must ignore that political or and other things or other societal elements. Why I'm telling you? Because if you are stuck with that things, it is destroying you, it is destroying your future. First thing you must do, that is you must study. Do it reading, do it study, whatever you want to do or whatever your interest. It will improve your communication skill, it will improve your personality. And start writing, from today onwards. Why? Because what are you reading, and the thing you are going to write after reading, it will improve lot of things in your life. And by the end of the day you will realize that how much you know about the things. And as you read and as you write, and you will realize that you know nothing, very little portion of that particular subject. Or just say, as long as you are reading day by day, and you will start asking question to yourself, what are you doing, why are you doing, and how much you have done, and what you have read, uh, and what is uh, improving in your life, what's what is the use of that in your life. This kind of question, you will start asking yourself once you start with that kind of things. So reading is very important thing. Each student must do the reading so they can improve themselves. I'm not saying that you have to crack the exam, or you'll have to prepare that particular. You have to, in order to survive the society, you have to crack the exam, you have to do the job, and there are so many responsibility in the society. You will have to fulfill that particular condition in order to survive the society. That thing I can understand it. But the thing is, are we becoming a good people? Are we becoming a good citizen of this nation? Are we really a good people? Because you see, when I go evening walk, I realize that so many things I do wrong. For example, if I go to the park and I buy something, and I think that let's buy something and have you know uh, have something while conversation, and we spread that wastage around that park. We don't even put in the dustbin, and we give the other people that same thing, that we give the same knowledge to the other people. We should not do that, that things. We should not spread the wastage to the you know a public place. We should not put the wastage in the public places. And this become the worst thing. We will giving the temporary satisfaction to ourselves. We are not doing the great things. But the thing is, we are doing it wrong. Even though I don't want to do that things, I want to put wastage in a proper a place. I want to put that wastage in a dustbin. But the problem is, our society, you won't find any lot of dustbin, any public place. The people are having you know enjoy, and they put the wastage in all the parks. They don't put in the wastage in the dustbin. And where we are going to in that society? If you search about on a Google, what's our rank in cleanliness, to maintain safety, security, cleanliness, you will find lowest rank of India. And civic sense, if I talk about civic sense, that is I would say zero. I include myself as well in that situation. Sometime I didn't even realize that I was doing the mistake. But from the few last years, I've been avoiding that kind of things. I'm changing to myself. I won't do the same things. And it improved a lot. It starts making my character in differently. I'm thinking about the wastage, I'm thinking about the people, I'm thinking about the public places. I'm thinking about the public places is all the public places are mine. That are public places, not anyone's single person properties. So we must take care of the public properties so they can run smoothly. They they would remain neat and clean, so each and every person can use it. But the thing is, it is not happening in the society, and this is something which is happening very wrong. And no one like to complain about those things. That is also a problem in our society. They all people who are come in the evening, in the park, they all are they all are a serviceman person, and they all are educated. I know. But the thing is, they are walking. That's a good thing. Even though they don't like to talking about the things which is happening in the parks. They don't like. I don't know where the generation or where the elder they are going. I'm 25 or 26-year old, but I'm really concerned about my nation and my country's cleanliness, my country's civic sense. Even though last few days I've been thinking about political events or political situation which is currently happening in our nation. For example, recently our PM Narendra Modi has visited in Norway, and there is a journalist uh, who asked a question to the PM, and or he started asking a question, but he didn't get any reward from the PM side. I mean the reportist and the journalist who wanted to you know uh, ask some question to our prime minister, but it didn't happen. Maybe our PM don't Narendra Modi doesn't like uh, talk too much, or maybe he doesn't have that much confidence to take that particular questions. I have done a master in English literature. Even though I searched about and I Google on about PM Modi, what's the qualification of PM Narendra Modi? You know what I found? He has done masters in a political. I hope he can able also he can able to speak in front of people, because if I am able to speak, because I've also done the master, and we have expectation that the people who have at least done a master, they can speak at least, and be the responsible. And there are so many things, and there are so bad elements in our society, and those elements very crucial, they are disturbing the youngsters especially. Hindu and Muslims having fighting. We are great, we are Hindu saying we are great, Muslim saying we are great. Even though language conflict, we having a language conflict, we have a color conflicts. We do discriminate about a lot of things: color, language, religion. There are so many things we do in the society which is not really concerned about that nations. We must concern about education system. We must concern about where are we going. We must concern about where are we stand as a nation in term of international, because ultimately we are the representative of our nation. Whether it is a PM Modi, whether it is You as a person, we all are representative of our nation. And if you do something good, it will, you know, improve our nation. If we do something bad, it will put our nation in the lower side, which is not a good thing. So this kind of thing, situation is happening with me, and there are a lot of questions. Even though why I'm telling you, because why I'm recording myself, because these all questions I'm not following those questions, but I've been struggling with. I always try to avoid. I always try to be being a normal person like other peoples are in the society, but I'm not able to do it. However, by the end of the day, I just wanted to be a good citizen, because you have, you have graduated, but if you are not a good citizen, if you don't become a good person, then there is, it doesn't matter at all. You have done a graduation or master, because ultimately, education, it must be in your character, not on a paper that it's saying that you have qualified. It should be seen in your character. And this is what I wanted to say to you. And thank you so much, and have a great day. You can also start sharing your view about the things around you. There are so many things, you are concerned about it, but you are not able to share it. You can share it on social media. It's a free platform. You can share it whatever you want. You can share it which improves the society, which improves the people's life. You can share it. Or if you are the people who don't have any confidence to speak, in front of camera or any other people's, this is the best and good thing, and to record yourself and upload on the social media to build up your confidence. And the language is not the problem is the willingness. Are you really, do you really have a will to speak in English? Do you really are genuinely concerned about your speaking? This is the thing you must, worried about. So thing is, think critically, and criticize things around you, especially those things happening a wrong way. Criticize those things, so we become a good civilization. Thank you so much. That's all I wanted to share you. I hope, student will inspire of this video, because this is all about thoughts, and I hope you also have the thoughts and you wanted to share on the video. Thank you so much.